till now we have done with the things diagnosis, treatment plan. Okay, now we let us see the treatment, the treatment, root canal treatment. So before going to the root canal treatment, basically let us know the how this pulp is, how the pulp is. So pulp has called as pulpons. Okay, if any cavity is there, this is the first point to react. Okay, and in the crown we have chamber, in the root we have canal. All together is called as root canal system. Okay, in the crown we have chamber, in the root we have canal. All together will become a root canal system. Okay, in the chamber we have pulpons and roof, floor, walls. Okay, this the top one is the roof. I'll start my pointer. Okay, this is the roof, this is the floor, and we have walls. Okay, since it's a two-dimensional, we are getting two walls. But if we see three-dimensionally, we have buccal wall, palatal, mesial, distal. These are the walls. Okay, at the top you will have the roof, at the bottom you have the floor. So when you do axis opening till this level, if you are using your burr, till this level you have to use the round burr. Okay, then once you get the drop, don't enter your burr up to the floor, it is wrong. Okay, once you have done the get the drop and reach here, the drop will feel like this. Okay, drop like this. Then here we don't have any calcium, any organic matter, so it will be vacant. So that vacantness we can feel by the drop. Okay, then change the burr to the Saffen burr. So what this Saffen burr is, the Saffen burr does not have cutting efficiency if this is the burr. Okay, if this is the handle and the neck, the round burr has like this round. Okay, this Saffen burr, it will be like this taper fissure with 2% tapering. It does not have cutting edge. Here it doesn't cut. It cuts the wall. Okay, understand this point. It cuts the wall. So once you have got the drop and you have entered the Saffen burr like this, okay, it doesn't cut the floor because it doesn't have cutting edge here. It will cut the walls like this. Walls. In this way, we have to prepare the walls. So for individual tooth, we have individual internal anatomy. Now in the internal anatomy class, we will be learning individual level. So for central incisors, what is the internal anatomy, lateral, canine, individually. So basically in a nutshell, round burr till the roof. Once you get the drop, then Saffen burr. With Saffen burr, don't cut. It will not only cut. It will not cut the floor. Only you have to prepare the walls, and you should do the de-roofing. What does this de-roofing means? So you should make it like this. So from the top, we can see this level. We can see this orifices. Okay. We can see the floor. Okay. We can see the dentinal map. So this is the basic structure. This is the basic structure, but we have accessory canals. It can be at the furcation point. So this point we call it as furcation. So 1 minute, slide has come. So this is we called as furcation. We can have accessory canal here. We can have access canal in the middle third. We can have the both. So it depends upon the different case to case. Okay. For this accessory canals and orifices, everything, they have different classification. It is one of the famous well-known classification called as Wien's classification. Here type 2 means one orifice, one canal, This is type 1. Here it is a mistake. It is type 1. One orifice, one canal, one foramen. So orifice means at this level. This is the orifice level. Okay. So this is the roof. This is the floor. The floor and orifice is one junction. So at what level you say it as orifice means at the level of CJ. At the level of external CJ is our orifice. Okay. One orifice, one canal, one foramen. The exit is called as foramen. This is type 1. Type 2 is this one. It has two orifices. So usually our upper premolars have this pattern. Two orifices, two canals, one foramen, or it can have two orifices, two canals, two foramens. This is the anatomy of uppers premolar. This is vertices classification. Here it's saying that one canal, one orifice, one canal, one foramen. This is two orifices, two canals merging into one foramen. Here one orifice, again two canals merging into one foramen. This is difficult case. And this is ideal. Two orifices, two canals, two foramens. One orifice, after the middle third, two canals and two orifices, two foramens. Again, this is type 4. It is really difficult. Okay. Two orifices at the half, it is two canals. Again, they have merged. Okay. And they separate themselves. Again, two canals, two orifices. So here and here the merging level, here it has started as 2. We call this one as 2, 1, 2. Okay, we name it as, this one we name 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So we can name like that in a shortcut. Here we name times 2, 1, 2. Here it is 1, 2, 1, 2. This is molar. 3 canals, 3 orifices. So let us have seen about the chamber, the canal, axillary canals. Let us say the apex. So we have minor apical diameter and called as apical construction. This is a minor. So all our GPs has to be filled up to this. This is called as anatomical apex and is the major apical diameter. So this is called as anatomical apex. So we can locate our anatomical apex based upon the apex locator. With the help of apex locator, we can locate it. So the individual things. One canal, one foramen is 100%. Let me see. So individual cases. This is very important. So I'll be repeating in one attempt. No one can understand. So average central incisor is about 22.5 mm in length. Okay, it is of one orifice, 1, 1, 1. Usually 1, 1, 1 pattern, but it have a little bit of distal deviation. Again, lateral, the percentage of distal deviation is more, but it anatomy is also 1, 1, 1, and length is 22 mm. If you see the axis, okay, in the axis opening class, I'll tell the axis. Canines, it is of 27 mm length. Again, 1, 1, 1. In canine, but you can have a second orifice at the cingulum level. Maxillary first premolar, it is of average length of 20.5 mm. Okay, one canal, 9%, two canals, 85%, three canals, 6%. Second premolar, it is 21.5 mm average. Don't confirm that everything has that much only. It is an average. It has one canal, one foramen, two canals, one foramen is 27 percentage. Okay, compared to our first premolar, it is 85 here. Okay, it has come down to 2 canals and 1 foramen and 2 foramen. In total, it has come to 50 percentage. So from 85, it came to 50 percentage. First molar, as you all know, it has 3 canals. It has 3 canals and foramens can be 4. Let me name like this. Okay, if you see this picture, mesobuccal, distobuccal, palatal, we have fourth canal called as MB2. Just give me, let us take a 5 minutes break. Somebody patient is waiting for me. Just a 5 minutes break.
और भाई क्या हाल चले यार, होप सब एकदम बढ़िया होंगे फर्स्ट क्लास। तो भाई मैंने अपने पिछले वीडियो में मॉन्टेज आपको सिखाया था कैसे एडिटिंग करना है, और उस वीडियो में मैंने आपको बताया था कि आपको अगर बैकग्राउंड హెల్ప్ ఆర్ రెస్క్యూతో పాటు జుట్టు తక్కువ తెగి ఎక్కువగా కనిపిస్తుంది. నీ జుట్టు ఒత్తుగా ఎప్పుడు ఉండేది? ఫోటో చూపించి అమ్మమ్మ నా జుట్టుని జాగ్రత్తగా చూసుకునేటప్పుడు. అప్పుడు జుట్టు తక్కువ రాలేదు. జుట్టు రాలడం డామేజ్ కి సంకేతం. డామేజ్ యొక్క న్యూట్రిలాక్స్ సిరప్ జుట్టుకి పోషణ ఇచ్చి మొదటి వాష్ నుంచి జుట్టు రాలడానికి 98% వరకు తగ్గిస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు మీ జుట్టు మళ్ళీ ఒత్తుగా కనిపిస్తుంది. డవ్ హెయిర్ ఫాల్ రెస్క్యూ.
एक बार फिर आ गए हम अपने किचन में और इस बार टॉपिक है कम में ज्यादा। लेकिन अब कम में ज्यादा मैं आपको क्या सिखाऊंगा, क्या होता है वो हाथ कंगन को आरसी किया। कम में ज्यादा तो हमारी माएँ जो है वो एक्सपर्ट है उसमें। तो चलिए बनाते हैं कम में ज्यादा, यानी कि कम दाम में कम इंग्रेडिएंट से बनी हुई ज्यादा नरिशमेंट वाली रेसिपी। के लिए हमको चाहिए बनाना या कोई भी गाढ़ा फ्रूट जिसका कि शेक अच्छा बनता है। जैसे मान लीजिए अगर चीकू है तो चीकू चलेगा, अगर केला है तो केला चलेगा। ये फ्रूट्स लेने हैं जैसे केला, डेट, चीकू और दही में मिक्स कर लेना उसको, ठीक है भाई। अगर चोकोस पार्ट में है तो केलॉग्स चोकोस जाएगा ना, ये गया केलॉग्स चोकोस। अब देखिए कुछ नहीं करना, पहले डालने हैं केलॉग्स चोकोस, फिर डालना है डेट एंड बनाना योगर्ट। अब बताइए कितनी देर लगी, कम से कम कितने इंग्रेडिएंट्स, कम से कम, और कितने मजे आएंगे बच्चों, कम में ज्यादा। तो गार्निश में कोई भी फ्रूट बनाना चाहे तो बनाना, चीकू चाहे तो चीकू, टाइम देखते रहिएगा। देखिए टाइम कुछ नहीं हुआ, पर इंग्रेडिएंट्स गिनते रहिएगा, इंग्रेडिएंट्स थोड़ा सा मेरे पास नमक पड़ा हुआ तो डाल दूंगा। तो इस डिश में आ गया केलॉग्स चोकोस से कैल्शियम, प्रोटीन और बी विटामिन, प्रोबायोटिक्स आ गए दही से, और तमाम तरह के फ्रूट से आ गए माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स। और क्या करना है,
Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So maxillary first molar. So in the maxillary first molar, see this picture. We have three roots. How many roots we have? Three roots and three canals. But we can have a fourth canal called as MB2. MB2. If it is present, if it is present, it will be present between the MB1 and palatal. Between these will have MB2 canal. Okay. Maxillary is second molar. It has three roots. Okay, three roots, three canals. In very rare situations, we'll have the two roots, two canals, and one fused roots, one root, one canal. It is almost rare. Let us come to the mandibular central incisors. It has one canal and one root, but it can have two canals in one root. Same with the lateral. For canine, again one root, one canal. Premolar, one root, one canal. In few situations, we'll have one orifice, two canals, and one foramen or two foramens. That possibility is more in first premolar. Even at the second premolar. Mandibular first molar, we have two roots. Okay, we have mesial root and distal root. Two roots and four canals. In general, we'll be having three canals, but sometimes we can have even a fourth canal. The names of the canal is mesobuccal, mesolingual, distobuccal, distolingual. So this is the canal. All the canals are not cylindrical. They have sometimes they can have, especially your lower molar will have a C-shaped canal. So I'll change my screen.